500 likes for these 5 scary ghost videos that will freak you out. If the investigator hadn't told us at the beginning what the place he was exploring was, I would have never guessed that it was an abandoned asylum. Is it really that strange that you couldn't tell? Yeah, I at first identified her as a lady, but when she got close, something was peeking out down there between her legs. What are we talking about? I wasn't answering the question you never asked, but regarding the place, yeah, it's that strange. I mean, when was the last time you entered an asylum and found creepy dolls from the non-movie? Why are they even in there? Like, did these people who used to be there need any more reason to behave weirder? But the most interesting fact about this asylum is the body. What body? Your girlfriend's body. There is a skeleton of a lady inside a coffin there, surrounded by the non-dolls. So, what did Josh and Rocky find during the paranormally terrifying night of their adventure? But how did you know their real names? These two are venturing their souls to find a paranormal experience, and they got a bunch of them. Mostly Josh though. I think Rocky is still a rookie. That's why they call him Rocky. How terrifyingly cringe. Back to Josh as he starts the investigation with high intensity as he hits the corner of the door. That sounds like some aggressive ghostly activity. Yeah, but he had hit the wall by accident. Ghosts weren't involved in such action. But then he asks for a sign. He was already hitting the wall out of fear without signs. What is he going to do when they give him one? So they did. They knocked on the wall or something, and as the investigation goes on, we can see that most of the things they captured were sounds and bangs, plus a shadow figure apparition, something the size of a fairy tale flying, and the music box playing on its own, and that's it.
The room I'm wanting to go to is right here through this doorway. Oh gosh! Oh my goodness. Oh, this room. If anybody's here, give me a sign. Let me know you're here with me. You don't have to be scared of me. Can you move this table? What the hell was that? What the heck? Is there a place you want me to be at to talk to you? What the f is that? Just heard something. Give me a sign, let me know you're here with me. Did you hear that? I tell you, there's only one way down, and it's down these steps, and I ain't getting down very fast. Who told me to sit down here? I just heard something. Sound like something moving. Which way you want me to go? Tell me where you want me to go. I'm lost.
Behind you.
Whoa. Who's behind me?
Threat.
Threat. Now I'm getting freaked out. It felt like crap just following me. Did hear some footsteps and all that, so.
Oh, there's the woman. Those are the human remains. And she's surrounded by nuns. No way.
What is your name? No way. Female voice. What is your name? Where are you at right now? Who is the female that I heard earlier? Hello? If you're following me, set my alarm off.
No way. Okay.
Okay, back away, please. I want to see you. I know you've scared other people that's been in here. I want you to scare me. Where are you at?
Can you walk back through there?
Everybody feels like something like pressing down on my hat. Did you just press on my hat? You knock on something? No way. The music box is going off. It's in there with the skeleton. I think I should see that shadow go right behind me again.
I don't know why that skeleton didn't convince me. It didn't seem real enough to me for some reason, but it said that it belongs to the body of someone, so I've got to believe what the writer has to say. Otherwise, the producer may not want to work with me. The next two videos, which take place in different locations, are definitely going to tickle your pickles a little, but you're not here for a head. Why should you watch them then? Because it's good for your soul. Here is the truth, my child. These two clips take place in a desert. In the first one, we have a dude who is staring at a hole covered with rocks and dust. How detailed? Was that hole also under the ground? I think so, but in all seriousness, the guy was hearing some creepy voices coming from down there. At first, we, and by we, I mean both me and him, we thought it was just some dog who got stuck there and needed some help, so he was barking for someone to give him the lifeline. But were you with the dude in there? No. Then how did you know he had the same thoughts as you? Telepathic abilities. But as you listen carefully and let the video play till the end, you will realize it sounds nothing like a lost dog. It's more like someone burning in hell. How did I know that? Just guessing. The second video, which got popular not that long ago, features a guy rushing into what looks like a well while he is hearing some creepy screaming sounds. He removes the lead that was covering the well hole, so we can hear these screams clearer.
سبحان الله. حول الله حول الله.
If I'm not mistaken, the second video was debunked before. As I remember reading, there was a way to enter this well, somewhere near it, and it was just a couple of this guy's friends who wanted to go viral. If you've read the title on screen, you'll understand what I mean. But how should I know such information for such a stupid question? Alright dude, calm down. Don't be harsh. I will explain. You know that feeling when you just wake up in the morning and feel like you want to do something? Do what? You know that one bad habit that is listed as one of the worst addictions out there. And then you look down to see something rising from under the blanket. Now this should only relate to males, because I suppose the other gender doesn't have that part in their bodies. Why are we talking about such a ridiculous topic again? Just hang in there, champ. We will get there. Our investigator Yu headed into an abandoned so-called haunted house to look for evidence of the existence of the jinn world, and he got his order. Order? I mean that he got the answer he was looking for. But how is that? As he entered the bathroom, please don't tell me he used it, as he was recording and trying to invoke any demons in there. Let me just continue. He entered the freaking bathroom to play Bloody Mary in front of the mirror, so the curtain moved when it was pulled by some dark figure who was standing there purposefully. How staged and scary. I know, but it gets even scarier the second time, as he returns to pull up the toilet seat only to find an ugly-looking face staring at him. It's getting even scarier and harder to believe. That was hard to believe for you. Then hear the next part as he goes to the bedroom, and after removing the blanket to find some figure under it, he later finds that same blanket standing up so tall, and that particular scene is what inspired me to mention my so-called irrelevant example at the beginning. Apart from being trapped inside a room, that was all.
Bloody Mary. Buat kalian semua yang ada di sini, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Kloset mangap-mangap. Ngelihat kloset mangap-mangap. Ada suara kloset mangap-mangap. Jin. Klosetnya mangap-mangap, Cuk. Mary. Buat. Astaga Tuhan, loh, nyuwun ngapura. Jantungku terhadap. Ini tadi kloset ini mangap-mangap, guys. Ya, kloset ini tadi astaga Tuhan, aduh, biong, waduh, mati aku ketabrak sisa, mati aku. Iku udah saya coplok, dancuk. Assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam. Ya kena. Kang. Enggak jadi Kang Adit, enggak. Ini nih. Aduh. Enggak, Ding. Guling kok guys ya, kapan lalu ya? Ya, salah guling Cok. Iya, bantal guling. Iya, sorry guys. Saya sempat dikerjain loh guys. Kayak guling bantal. Astaga Tuhan, matane jancuk, guling patai sempal. Aduh, biung. Kapan lalu guys? Saya waktu Bloody Mary di sini nih, ya. Ya Allah, Gusti, anjing. Terus kok kira saya takut, anjing? Terus kok kira saya takut, anjing? Berdiri. Terus kau kira saya takut anjing? Bangsat! Tol kau babi. Dengar nggak? Dengar nggak? Anjing! Anjing! Astaga Tuhan! Astaga Tuhan! Anjing bangsat! Babi tadi yang ini! Ini kau anjing! Anjing!
I hope you have gotten the message after fully watching the video and hearing its introduction. What message? Well, it wasn't 100% a message, but I hope you were able to link the junctions. Look, I'm not going to go over it again, just replay the whole thing if you care. The Shadow Boy. When you hear that, you may think it's some cool name for an upcoming cartoon show that will break world records with its ratings due to how epic it will be. Or maybe that's the nickname for an upcoming talented young boy in some sport. But you would be completely wrong. How obvious. Then who is this Shadow Boy? I don't think it could get any more basic than that. In a list of the top found scary videos, when I say Shadow Boy, what do you expect? If this was your first time ever watching such content, then I would excuse you, but if this wasn't the case, then someone should spit on you. A shadow boy is basically a jinn shape shifted to look like a little boy. Now how do we know the difference between a shape-shifting jinn and someone in a very dark costume pretending to be a jinn? Am I producing some educational show here or something? But I will answer you nonetheless. How can you tell the difference between a translucent object and a solid one? And does the fire have a shadow? So do the jinn. Here is a small piece of an investigation by two anonymous dudes who were looking around this abandoned building when they heard the sound of a little boy. They couldn't make out where it was coming from, but then the strange event took place and the jinn appeared.
¡Wow! Estabas hablando. Algo salió de esta pared. Cruzó. Era tamito, como si fuera un duendecito o algo así.
Por ahí anda el niño, ¿eh?
Está.
Órale.
No mames. Jaguar. Dime que no estoy loco. Dime que sí lo escuchaste.
Claro que se escuchó el canto.
Sabía que no estoy mal, yo. Sabía.
Ese cabecilla más grande es el que quería el poderío. Hola.
Niño. Algún espíritu o alma demonio que se encuentra en este lugar, manifiéstate.
I don't want to say I fully believe this video to be real, but this is definitely one of the best videos out there that documents how a jinn would appear. He wouldn't be walking like a witch in slow motion, casting shadows all over the place. That would be your regular annoying friend who eats fast food 3 times a day. This poor dude, I don't know if I should actually feel happy for him or if I should feel sorry for what has happened to him. Why? Did the jinn attack him so aggressively that he ended up in a coma for 3 years? Seriously, man, 3 years because of a demonic jinn attack? How ridiculous do you have to be? Then what kind of paranormal encounter did he have to come face to face with that resulted in such a situation? I wouldn't say you're off point there with your last question. Good job, Bill, you're progressing. Jay works as a security guard in some hospital, if I'm not mistaken. At least he used to work at one. Oh no, please tell us he didn't end up as a patient there, which led to his ending. Why are you so dark? No, it didn't get that far, but he did lose his job. Well, that is even darker in my opinion. But back when he used to work there, Jay had so many paranormal encounters that I have lost count. Because I can only count to 5, I'm still learning. Anyways, in the first video, as he was chilling behind his disc, something just flew over his head. Jay felt it, so he stood up and brought out the Mike Tyson inside of him. Did he bite the ghost's ear off? Nope, he prayed to God that he wouldn't pass out due to how scared he was in that moment. But in other videos, when he is not around, you can see how the door swings ever so slightly and how the air freshener is peeling off the wall. That's some scary natural activity. I mean unnatural. But when Jay left, it seems like he was able to capture some more chilling paranormal phenomena, like some phantom-like orb passing by a guy who was standing there waiting for the right moment to see the lady behind the disc.
Muff decided to show itself again. See it? See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do. You know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm over there just talking shit now, like, why is it always me and stuff? So it is what it is. It showed up to me twice already. From the first video, but this time I guess it's getting used to me or something. I don't know. That's kind of creepy. So I'm like, you know what, let me just pray on it. I prayed to God, like, I hope it don't, I don't know. I don't know who it is or what it is, but leave me alone, for real. Because this is ridiculous. I'm looking like, okay, I don't see it no more. So I'm like, you know what, let me just sit down. Let me just sit my ass down. Well, this is something new something new that just happened. You know, I'm just, I'll just go through the cameras, see if anything's going on and stuff. But this apartment right here is vacant. This is on the 9th floor. This is vacant. Ain't nobody in there. I don't know. I mean, it probably could be debunked. So it could be the wind or anything, but, or, I don't know. But it just kept, like somebody trying to open it. It could be the wind. I don't know. It probably could be debunked. So I'm just saying it could be explained and it could not be. So I'm just showing y'all something unusual that never happened before. All these other vacant buildings, like vacant apartments that I don't see them move on their own like that. So watch this door right here. Just watch this door. You'll see it move. See? Watch. See? So like somebody trying to open it, see? Look at that. Now it could be the wind, I don't know. But has this happened? Have y'all seen stuff like this before? Door trying to open, like bounce, like opening in and out like that. Like that. See that shit? But it's been, see, then it stopped. The type is that? Somebody explain that. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Yes, I know it's been a long time, but That's just because ain't nothing been going on. Ain't no activity. Nobody ain't been seeing nothing. Sometimes it be little things here and there, but it don't be major that I just don't record it. Just probably things that I can explain. You know what I'm saying, with the wind or whatever, because doors be shaking and stuff. So I don't know. I can explain that, but this one I can't explain. Now I don't know. This thing, this right here, this air freshener thing, this been up for a long time. It's stuck. Like, you know how they had them things up in there, like real stuck, super glue or something. I don't know. But this mug just, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. Just watch. No wind. Nothing. Doors closed. Ain't nobody downstairs but me. Right here. Watch. Look at that. It's like it just ripped. Look at that. It's like it just ripped it out. I'm like, what the? Like, it came back like, oh, I'm still here. But I don't know. I don't know. Somebody explain that. I don't know. Is it because it's been there too long and the glue or tape or whatever got like too old and it just fell off? Have y'all? And I'm not at that old site no more. Another security took over. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't mean there's nothing unusual going on in these other senior buildings and stuff. There's a lot of, what you expect in a senior building. But again, it's just something that probably can be explained and cannot. Y'all be the judge of that. So this is what happened. This time it was like before the white orb and stuff. So I didn't even realize it at the time. I didn't even realize it until now. So this happened yesterday. So watch the bottom right corner. Like it's gonna come from this way. Just watch. Watch. Should be coming. There you go. See it? Then it fades like real. Then it just disappears. So, what in the world happened?
I don't know if Jay left his job on purpose because he had enough of the previous paranormal experiences, or if the owners of that hospital saw the videos and thought it could leave a bad reputation, so they fired him. The second option doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, especially knowing that Jay didn't mention what hospital he is working at. But it also seems that wherever Jay goes, he finds ghosts. Maybe he has an attachment, or maybe he didn't subscribe or watch the next video on screen.